गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रजवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् नमः सोमाय नमो नमः सोमाय च सोमाय नमो नमः सोमाय च सोमाय च रुद्राय च सोमाय च रुद्राय च रुद्राय च नमो नमश्च रुद्राय च नमः च नमो नमश्च च नमस्ताम्राय नमश्च च नमस्ताम्राय नमो नमः ताम्राय च ताम्राय नमो नमस्ताम्राय च ताम्राय च ताम्राय चारुणाय च ताम्राय चारुणाय च अरुणाय च नमो नमश्चारुणाय च नमः च नमो नमश्च च नमः शङ्गाय नमश्च च नमः शङ्गाय नमो नमः शङ्गाय च शङ्गाय नमो नमः शङ्गाय च शङ्गाय च पशुपतये च शङ्गाय च पशुपतये च पशुपतये च पशुपतये च पशुपतये च पशुपतये च नमो नमश्च पशुपतये च नमः पशुपतये इति पशुपतये च नमो नमश्च च नमः उग्राय नमश्च च नमः उग्राय नमो नमः उग्राय च चोग्राय नमो नमः उग्राय च चोग्रायोग्राय च भीमाय चोग्रायोग्राय च भीमाय च भीमाय च भीमाय च भीमाय च नमो नमश्च भीमाय च नमः च नमो नमश्च च नमो अग्रे वधाय नमश्च च नमो अग्रे वधाय नमो अग्रे वधाय नमो अग्रे वधाय च चाग्रे वधाय नमो अग्रे वधाय च अग्रे वधाय च चाग्रे वधाय अग्रे वधाय च दूरे वधाय चाग्रे वधाय अग्रे वधाय च दूरे वधाय अग्रे वधायेत्यग्रे वधाय च दूरे वधाय दूरे वधाय च 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 दूरे वधाय दूरे वधाय च नमो नमश्च दूरे वधाय च नमः दूरे वधायेति दूरे वधाय च नमो नमश्च च नमो हन्त्रे हन्त्रे नमश्च च नमो हन्त्रे नमो हन्त्रे हन्त्रे नमो नमो हन्त्रे च हन्त्रे नमो नमो हन्त्रे च हन्त्रे च हन्त्रे हन्त्रे च गणीयसे हनीयसे च हन्त्रे हन्त्रे च गणीयसे हनीयसे हनीयसे च हनीयसे च हनीयसे च हनीयसे च हनीयसे च हनीयसे हनीयसे च नमो नमश्च हनीयसे च नमः च नमो नमश्च च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो नमश्च च नमो वृक्षेभ्यः नमो वृक्षेभ्यो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो वृक्षेभ्यो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमो हरिकेशेभ्यो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमः हरिकेशेभ्यो नमो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमो नमस्ताराय ताराय नमो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्ताराय हरिकेशेभ्य इति हरिः केशेभ्यः नमस्ताराय ताराय नमो नमस्ताराय नमो नमस्ताराय नमः ताराय नमो नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे नमः शम्भवे नमो नमः शम्भवे च शम्भवे नमो नमः शम्भवे च शम्भवे च मयो भवे च शम्भवे च मयो भवे शम्भवैति शम्भवे च मयो भवे 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 च नमो नमश्च मयो भवे च नमः मयो भवगिति मयः भवे च नमो नमश्च च नमः शङ्कराय नमश्च च नमः शङ्कराय नमो नमः शङ्कराय च शङ्कराय नमो नमः शङ्कराय च शङ्कराय च शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च शङ्कराय शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय शङ्करायेति शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च मयस्कराय च मयस्कराय च मयस्कराय च मयस्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमो नमश्च मयस्कराय च नमः मयस्करायेति मयः कराय च नमो नमश्च च नमः शिवाय नमश्च च नमः शिवाय Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya Cha Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya Cha Shivaya Cha Shivaya Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Shivataraya Cha Shivaya Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha Shivataraya Shivataraya Cha Shivataraya Cha Shivataraya Cha Shivataraya Cha Sivataraya Cha Sivataraya Sivataraya Cha Namo Namaste Sivataraya Sivataraya Cha Namaha Sivataraya Ti Sivaha Taraya Om Shanti 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 Sivaya Nama Vasi Manaya Nama Siva Manaya Vasi Nama Sivaya Nama Sivaya Nama Sivaya Om Sivaya Nama Vasi Manaya Nama Siva Manaya Vasi Nama Sivaya Nama Sivaya Nama Sivaya Om Sivaya Nama Vasi Manaya Nama Siva Manaya Vasi Nama Sivaya Nama Sivaya Om Sivaya Nama Vasi Manaya Nama Vasi Manaya Vasi Nama Sivaya Nama Sivaya Om Sivaya Nama Vasi Manaya Nama Siva Manaya Vasi Nama Sivaya Nama Sivaya Om Let us all be together. Let us all be nourished together. Let us all work together with great vigor. May our studies shine and illumine our intellects. May we not hate each other. Let there be peace, peace, and peace. Sairam, brothers and sisters. You all saw the email that was sent about the 95-day sadhana commemorating the 95 years of the advent of the avatar, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, but with a 100% focus and surrender at his lotus feet. Dustara Bhavasagara Taranam, Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam, Dustara Bhavasagara Taranam. This is what we are studying right now in Sri Rudra Jnana Yajna. Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam, Dustara Bhavasagara Taranam. And we are at this place in study of this Sri Rudram where there is complete freedom. Complete freedom. And that complete freedom is called independence. Independence, the word independence is the word related to people just being free and do whatever they want to do is interpreted as independence. Independence is not just the permission to do whatever you want to do. That is not independence. the word independence, if you look at the word independence, it is dependence on the indweller. In dependence, you are dependent on the indweller. And the dependence on the indweller, like Bhagavan says very beautifully, Dehamu Panchabhautikamu, Dehamu Kula Katappade Pudun, Dehi Niramayundu Ganutimpaka Deviki, Dehiki, Chavu Puttukala Moha Nibandhana Mudralule. This Dehi, the indweller, is the one who is free from any type of bondage, where the mind is without fear, where the mind is not bound, where the mind is not depressed, where the mind is not insecure, where the mind is not unrestful, where the mind is completely dissolved, or better to say annihilated. That place where that happens, if you were to give a name to that place or that presence or that where there is liberation from bondage, that is true independence. Swatantriya. There is absolutely nothing but self. Swarajya. There is nothing but the kingdom of the self. And hence Jesus Christ said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. This is Swarajya. In Sanskritam, it is Swarajya. The kingdom of heaven or the kingdom of self is within us. That place or that state or that presence where such thing happens, if you were to give it a name, it is Siva. If you were to give it a name as the female, it is Siva or Sri. And that word that we are referring to as Siva or Sri, that is freedom. Why? Because there is complete peace, there is complete serenity, there is complete purity, there is complete safety, there is complete restfulness, there is complete security, there is complete auspiciousness, and there is complete liberation. Just so you are wondering, this particular satsang is not planned for August 15th, the Independence Day. Nobody planned this for August 15th, the Independence Day. But the significance is that is what we are called as Shantam, Shubham, Shuddhata, Kshemam, Vishranti, Bhadram, Kalyanam, Moksham, all this thing, if you were to put together, Nama Sivaya, Nama Sivaya, Sivaya Nama, Vasimanaya, Yanama Vasi, Nama Sivaya, Nama Sivaya. Om. This, when you are doing like that, what you are saying, Siva, and opposite is Vasi. Siva, Vasi. Nama, Mana, Ya, that. Now you see, when you look at this beautiful place is where Nama means I am simply reflection. I am not that, what I think. I am not that reflection. I am the source, Nama. Mana. When Nama is taken and reversed, it is Mana. Mana means the mind. Siva, liberation. Vasi, bound. Yeah, that place where the mind is controlled. Manasa bhajare guru charanam dustara bhavasagara taranam. Now, why am I going through this? Because you are all waiting for, okay, well, let's get into the sadhana thing. If we really do not have a proper mindset of entering into this sadhana, then we think this is another process that we are running for the next 95 days, simply chanting some things. But this 95th birthday, look what Bhagavan has truly done to the whole world. The whole world is right now Vasimanaya. Every mind is now controlled. And many minds are uncontrolled. They're going berserk. I am not even kidding. Look at the number of people that are overwhelmed with work and insecure that they're going to lose their jobs. Look at how many people have already lost their jobs and are really going to be facing incredible amount of insecurity with their lives. Look at how many young children are house arrested and don't have the privilege of going out and playing with their buddies. I'm not trying to scare anyone here. I'm not trying to create fear in anyone here, nor am I trying to get depressed about the situation. The point of this 95th birthday is, this is the kind of the inflection point where in spite of whatever is happening in the relative world, how am I going to stay peaceful, restful, serene, secure, auspicious, and be free from all this external suffering? That Shiva, all these words that I used are exactly the same words applied to Sri. And that Sri Suktam, and that Sri Suktam is the Suktam that completely addresses the healthfulness of the body and the mind. And that is referred to as Mahalakshmi. And when you take that Sri Suktam and when you actually do Samputitam, means sandwich it with another mantra, and in this case, we are going to do this Samputitam with this mantra from Devi Mahatmyam or Devi Bhagavatam. There are a number of our brothers and sisters that are learning now Devi Mahatmyam. 700 slokas of the glory of the mother, the divine mother, manifested as Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. And if you cannot chant that 700 slokas, there are 7 slokas that are called Sapta Shloki, that are the essence of that particular 700 slokas. And in those 700 slokas, when the mother Durga is invoked, what is Durga? Durga means duhkena gatum shakkate iti durgaha. What does that mean in English? That which stops you in falling into misery. Durga means one which stops you from falling into misery. She stops. She won't let you fall into misery. She wouldn't let your mind be drowned in poverty and in misery because of whatever reason. And when she is invoked as, just if you say, Durga, Durga, what happens? Niraga, Ragamatani, Nirmada, Madanasini, Nischinta, Nirahankara, Nirmoha, Mohanasini, Nirmama, Mamata Kantri, Nishpapa, Papanasini, Nishkrodha, Krodhashamani, Nirlobha, Lobhanasini, Nissamsaya, Samsayagni, Nirbhava, Bhavanasini, Nirvikalpa, Nirabhada, Nirbheda, Bhedanasini, Nirnasha, Mritchumadhani, Nishkriya, Nishparigraha, Nistula, Nilachikura, Nirapaya, Nirachaya, Durlabha, Durgama, Durga, Dukkha Hantri, Sukha Prada. Just you said Durga, all of what I said before happened. Unconditionally happened. And that essence of what all I said from that Lalita Sahasranamam is summarized in one shloka in Devi Bhagavatam. And that is Durge Smruta. You just remembered Durga, not even chanted Durga. You just remembered Durga. Then what happened? Harasi bhitim asesha jantoh. Innumerable number of animal qualities and animal instincts that are present within you. Harasi bhitim asesha jantoh. They all get annihilated and they get fearful when you just remembered Durga. Durge smruta. Harasi bhitim asesha jantoh. When all those animal instincts and qualities are annihilated and they're fearful and they run away from you, swaschai smrutam mati mativa shubhan dadasi. The mind becomes still and clear. Swasti means it is stable now. It is still now. Why? Because all these animal instincts and qualities of insecurity, fear, identity, all this stuff that we are talking about stops you from being who you are. They all ran away. Swaschai smruta mati mativa shubhan dadasi. Daridriya, dukkha, bhaya, harini. Daridriya, poverty, dukkha, misery, bhaya, fear, harini, she's taken away. Daridriya, dukkha, bhaya, harini, katvadanya. Then what happens? Sarvopakara karanaya, sadardra chitta. Then your conscience become something that wants to be now ready to take the misery of other people. Daridra dukkha bhayaharini katvadanya sarvopakara karanaya. Sarva sarvopakara karanaya. Sarva upakara karanaya. Upakara means help, service. Sadardra chitta, a compassionate conscience that is now ready to love and serve everyone. Durge smrita, harasi bhiti masesha janto, swaschai smrita, matimativa shubhan dadasi, dharidra dukkha bhayaharini katvadanya, sarvopakara karanaya sadardra chitta. So the Samputita Sri Suktam is taking each rook of this Sri Suktam and then sandwiching each of those in that. And all of this learning modules and everything, they are on this atirudram.us website. And I will show that to you so you can I think I sent the link already, atirudram.us, and I will share my screen here, and so that you can all see. You all see my screen? Yes, Saira?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so when you go through these learning links on this site, this atirudram.us, there is a lot of files and information here for those of you who want to learn the chanting of Namakam Chamakam. You can actually download all the audios from here. And where do I have these? So now here is Durga Suktam. You can download the audio from there. Here is Purusha Suktam, Narayana Suktam, Mahanyasam, complete Mahanyasa Prakarana. And here is Samputita Sri Suktam. And this Samputita Sri Suktam, complete chanting is here. And then the Dhyana Shloka and the prefix of the modules, all of those things are there. And there are also now entire audio files of Rudram inner meanings that you can download as MP3s so that you can listen while you're walking. Thanks to Brother Sudhakar, who went into the YouTube videos of 27, all the way from 2017 through 2018, 2 years ago when we did this. He actually accepted taking out the learning pieces, and all these are now audio files. So you don't have to watch videos. You can actually watch listen to the audios as well. Lot of work, and I'm so incredibly grateful to the service of all these beautiful souls. And the Samputita Sri Suktam is what I wanted to show it to you. And where is it? Here it is, Samputita Sri Suktam. It's not that difficult at all. The difficulty is basically the resolve to do it. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy to people, but you can see here what I am talking about. This is in Devanagari and English. There are Dhyana Shlokas, and then there is this Mahalakshmi mantra, which is the invocation of Mahalakshmi's Bija mantra. Om Sreem Hreem Sreem Kamale Kamalalaye Prasida Prasida Sreem Hreem Sreem Om Sri Mahalakshmi Devi Namaha. See, now you see Durge Smruta Harasi Bhiti Masesha Jintoha Swachai Smruta Matimativa Shubhan Dadasi. Then you are chanting with that as the first line of that shloka. Then you are doing Samputitam. Om Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarna Rajatasrajam Chandram Hirinmayim Lakshmim Jata Vedoma Avaha. Then the next line of the shlokam, Daridrya Dukkha Bhayaharini Katvadanya Sarvopakara Karanaya Sadardra Chitta. This is a beautiful prakarana. This is beautiful. This Samputitam, what happens is every root that is being chanted with the Samputitam, its potency of that root gets multiplied. It's like you are encapsulating a seed or whatever with the seed coating and everything. Then the resurgence and the potency of that seed for germination, etc., instantaneously happens. So similarly here, the yajus that is now sandwiched between that Durge Smrta Harsabhiti Masejinto, it gets potentiated in thousands of fold. And somebody was asking, I don't know what to do. Is it okay if I can skip those things? No, you don't have to skip it. Even if you don't know how to chant, we will send you the MP3 file of the complete chanting. Then what you can do is you can download this PDF, and day one, at least you can start following it on the following through. Then what happens? By day 10, if you have sincerely done it, you will be able to chant on yourself. But this chanting of 95 days, how we are going to do is we'll have an MP3 recorded, and this is part of, we will create the zones or create the groups, and in the zones or the groups, if people can actually come together and do it at one time as a conference bridge or something like that, it will be even fantastic, because everybody is chanting the same thing and everybody is chanting together, and that group chanting potentiates the mantra as well. Even though we are not doing it as a group, the fact that we are doing it at one time and the fact that at the same time many people will be doing potentiates this. Now the other thing is, people will ask 1,000 questions. Is it okay, Shekharji? Can I actually do it at my convenience? I have my project calls very early in the morning, my project calls in the afternoon, my project calls in the evening, and my project calls in the night. Can I find some time in between to do that? Yeah, please. I'm not going to say don't do it. If you can just do it, do it. But if you can do it at the same time, better. If you can do it along with others, it's even more better. So it's up to you. No pressure, only pleasure. Now the other thing here, Purusha Suktam. Auntie asked the question about Purusha Suktam. Same thing here. You can look. You can download the PDF and you can follow. Couple of one devotee has actually created a string of the entire prakarana from Oms all the way through 9 samastalokas as one single MP3 file and sent it to me yesterday. And I'll make that available for all those that are signing up. And then we will figure out a way to do it together.
Sairama, the Samputata Sri Suktam audio file is right there also.
I know, but even for convenience of people, rather than going there and clicking these links, we have stitched, a devotee has stitched all the way from 3 ohms to 9 samastalokas into a single file. And that is what I'm talking about. That would be even easier for people just to chant. And I was just looking at, but any rate, so that is the other thing that we will do here. Now, a lot of people also ask the question, I don't know how to do Rudra Dhyanam. I don't know how to do Anganyasa, Karanyasa. Can I simply chant Rudram? Yes, you can simply chant Rudram. No problem. But again, what we would, and then there is these learning modules also for Samputita Sri Suktam. If there is a learning module for the prefix and there is a learning module for the suffix, there is a learning module for Dhyana Shloka and learning module for the Sri Suktam. Each line combined with the prefix and suffix, there is a learning module. You can absolutely, in your more free time outside of this 1 hour sadhana, you can also learn using these MP3s. And you can also learn when on the YouTube under the Rudram 2017 playlist, there is a description of the Dhyana Shloka and all the Karanyasa, Anganyasa. You can also listen and learn from there. Where there is a will, there is a way. Entire Sri Suktam has been explained with the meanings on YouTube. Link that channel, Sai Atirudram. You can learn the meaning of entire Sri Suktam from there. You can learn the entire meaning of Purusha Suktam from there, Durga Suktam from there. And so everything is available. Where there is a will, there is a way. And one thing I would urge all of you, I'm just looking at how many people have signed up so far since we announced on Thursday. Looks like we have 122 people signed up. I sincerely urge whoever is attending this Rudra Jnana Yajna and those that are that you know can chant to be joining the cause. And after completing this until November 22nd, for 24 hours from November 22nd morning 8 a.m. to November 23rd morning 8 a.m. California time, 24 hours we will do continuous chanting of Rudram. That would, and if each cycle is done at a speed of 15 minutes, some people do it faster, but we want to dedicate 3 hours slots across zones, like we're going to do the Akhanda Gayatri Japam at 8 o'clock today. Each zone will repeat, and once each zone takes over and repeats, 95 Sri Rudrams would be chanted exactly in 23 hours 75, 23.75 hours. So 15 minutes for complete surrender at Bhagavan's feet, and that would be our offering to Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba for the 95th birthday offering, or 95 years of the advent of the avatar. Now, what I will leave here for 5-10 minutes for any questions, and I think most of you have the idea of what we're trying to do here. I think there is also Sai Seva Sadhana. If you go to that website, you can also find the Akhanda Rudra Japam when we did, or Akhanda Rudra Parayanam. Oh, they disabled. Oh, prayers for universal peace. Okay. Okay, so this sign up link is there, the format is there, and here we will also upload the MP3 onto this site, and so that you have another source of this. And once the sign up is completed, we are starting on Ganesh Chaturthi, which happens to be the Friday the 21st, at least in Sacramento. But there are devotees that signed up from Australia. I don't think anybody is on this call. The devotees from Australia will be the ones that would be starting ahead of us, and then we will do the zones like that. Any questions or comments before? Nobody has any questions? That is, oh, there are a lot of questions. Yes, go ahead.
Actually, here it is on 22nd, it is Vinayak Chavithi. So,
no, 20 in Sacramento, Ganesh Chaturthi, the moon is important, and the Chaturthi moon is actually on Friday night, according to the Panchangam. So we are starting on Saturday. We are starting on also Friday, because we are invoking the Sri Suktam. Okay. Yes. Any? Yeah, I'm looking at. Is that Harish who asked that question? Yeah. So where Ganesh Chaturthi is actually 21st, but also 21st is important because from August 21st to November 23rd is 95 days. Okay. That is the 95 days sadhana. Okay. What is that clear, brother? Whoever asked the question? Please advise how to access all the above. Oh, did you all not get my email? I sent the information by email. Atirudram.us is the link, and somebody posted to the chat box also. Atirudram.us. That is the link.
Oh.
And
Who
I
is-
post
Yeah,
I posted the link in the chat box above as well. I will repost it, the link again.
Yes,
if you want.
yes. We have created a single. As I said, sister has created a single audio file, and we will share that. We'll upload it for download from there. Okay. One of our group asking the text of Anganyasa Karanyasa. Okay. Text of Anganyasa Karanyasa was shared before. I will, okay. The other thing we'll do is maybe we will create a PDF of everything stitched together. I think that should have been there before with Kailas Yatra Sadhana or something like that. Okay, I will make a note of it. Can somebody make a note of it, Pawan? Let's create a one PDF file that has all these three, all the things. Okay.
Yeah,
Page
we
1
can
to
do.
3 from our Kailash Yatra trip, and we have Anganyasa, Karanyasa, and everything is there. And also in the previous Adirudram documents.
Yeah, we can make one PDF. That's fine.
Okay. Chandrasekhar Gaur, this is the sign up link. Oh, people did not get the proper sign up link. Apologies. Something happened with that link on the email. But if you actually copy and paste the link I sent on the email, it works. Okay. Any other questions? Oh, please advise people joining from India. What is there to advise, brother? Suresh B. What is the advice? There is no advice. You just do your daily chanting. You know what to chant, and we'll send the MP3 file and everything. It should be good.
Sairam sir, I only posted that question.
Yeah.
It is going to be a night time for us when we start here at 7:30 in the night.
Illama, no, Sairama. We are all not doing at the same time. We are doing in the morning of our respective time zones, preferably. Okay?
Right, sir. Sairam.
Yeah. Should we report about chanting? Yes, to Bhagavan Sri Sat Sai Baba. Every day, please report to him. He is the boss. PDF files are not opening. Really? PDF files are not opening on the, who is that? Dhruva Kumar. PDF files are not opening where, Amma? Kumar. That Kumar, our Kumar. PDF files should be opening. I just opened the PDF file. So, yeah, that should be fine. Okay. We don't have your email or link. Okay. I think we got that. PDF file. Okay, then sign up link. Okay. Any other questions? I did not send the notes from last week session by intent, because I just want all of you to listen and to contemplate and to connect. Because last week we predominantly talked about Nama Sivaya Sivaya Nama. So if you heard the class, or if you want to go back and re-listen to the recordings of those, the whole purpose of that was to really connect to the dimensions that were mentioned about it. And quite frankly, all those dimensions I was mentioning was a stream of consciousness. I was so drowned in that I didn't get the time to actually reflect and type it all as a notes because I preferred to just stay connected. Apologies for that. For those of you who felt inconvenience of that, I will do that. Hopefully this week, we will close the 8th Anuvakam this week. Any other questions, comments, please?
Sairam sir,
Yes, sir.
do you have this PDF in Telugu language?
Okay. Another devotee also asked the question. I don't have, but somebody maybe Telugu speaking here, it's a good service opportunity to maybe at least scan from Saswara Veda Mantralu or Mantra Pushpam. There are Ramakrishna Mutt Telugu printed books with Devanagari and everything. You may want to explore those, brother. Apologies, I haven't created, because if I did Telugu, the next one will ask, do you have it in Tamil? And somebody else will ask Gujarati. And now I have no context of helping those brothers and sisters. Everyone is equal, so Devanagari and English.
Sairam sir.
Any other questions that you have about sadhana? Okay, one more important piece about sadhana is that please, during this 95 days, refrain eating meat and stay completely non-vegetarian. 2, refrain smoking, no alcohol. Purity of the body is important. Purity of the mind. Refrain as much as possible, how much ever you love Rajnikant or Chiranjeevi or Clint Eastwood or whoever. Refrain from watching movies and refrain from watching too much TV, and try to connect. If you have the time, just don't do anything, be silent, chumma iru. That would, the spiritual silence. These are not impositions, or these are not what we are trying. At least meat and alcohol, non-vegetarian and non-alcoholism is 100% required. But the other things are, fortunately, all these parties and Friday evening get-togethers and Saturday, Sunday, Allah Gullah has disappeared thanks to COVID. And fortunately, a lot of restaurant eating has disappeared thanks to COVID. Fortunately, hugging, doing any of those crazy things has disappeared thanks to COVID. And COVID, thanks to COVID, for putting all these restrictions on human being by force, thanks to COVID. So I know most of us are already cut off from a lot of other things. Now, let's kind of use that energy to channel inside and then truly do it for the health, wealth, happiness, and prosperity of the whole humanity and all the beings in all the worlds. Any questions? Any other questions? If not, we have 5 more minutes. We're going to sign off here, and then, as you all know, we have the Akhanda Gayatri Japam chanting that would start at 8 o'clock, and you all have those linked from Satsai International Organization. So I'll disconnect here, and then tomorrow we will meet as usual at our 7 o'clock session. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु 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 ॐ शान्ति 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 जय साई राम
Sai Ram, thank you.